Hi, everybody. Welcome. I wanted to bring an update and some information that my guides brought in during a channel earlier this week. And it's about the ensuing next several years tied to Earth changes, biological changes. So we're hoping that this will be helpful to you. Now, interestingly, Uranus transit into Taurus in the Vedic chart, or in what I call the soul chart, the constellation chart. My guides brought information in about the Japanese earthquake 3 days before it occurred. I think that was on June 5th. So while Uranus continues on the tail end of Taurus, he is just beginning at the soul level to change and bring growth and development in these very earthly areas, and very positive developments with farming and food. And we will see more external shifts and changes with financial systems, different financial systems. But it's also because we are made up of Earth, and the electrical development, the frequency development that is very strongly occurring in our own bodies, and how to work with that as well. So that is the premise of this. Oh, by the way, I'm Jean. I'm an intuitive, a channel, a teacher. If you'd like to learn more about me and my services, there are links below. So what they say is the seismic activity will continue to increase. We see this in a span of 6 to 7 years due to the shifting vibrational energy, the rotation of the Earth's core, as well as the cosmic rays that are also inducing the planet with more electrical charge. That then is activating tectonic plates and systems even well below the surface of the planet. So we see this as a continued challenge upon the face of humanity, and being aware of literally the earth around you. And this can also be activating shifts and movement in places that have previously not been affected before. You can see the enormity of these qualities at this time in a planet that is literally changing her frequency. But also the solar system as a whole is seeing a lot of shifts and changes upon their biological patterns. We know every planet is changing. Neptune is getting cooler. Venus has had a wind reversal. So all of the planets, due to this galactic sheet and this cosmic influence, are changing as well. The shifting of the winds, the changing of their own atmosphere, the upending of what has been ecological patterns for hundreds of years is being affected due to the changing environment and dynamics of your solar home. To this, we also say that this, of course, has a bearing on the human trajectory as well. Many people are going to become more sensitive to all things planetary and vibrationally, and to be aware that that which is not in harmony, that was for some time before, is going to come up for your review and choice to metabolize your own matrix upon the very matrix and the world in which you live upon. But this is tied to increasing energy patterns and energy waves that is leading to much more of a galactic connection and solar connection as well. So we see the benefits, the pros, the cons. Additionally, being more aware of the role that winds and clouds play in your local environment. There is going to be an increased focus on cloud technology and weather, as they are inducers of the cosmic rays and radiation, and play a role in the very climate and weather systems. And we now know that they are certainly spraying the clouds. This is an open patent, it has been acknowledged with both aluminum and metal particulates. Now they are also spraying frequency into the clouds to affect weather. But naturally, this is also occurring because of this influx of this, of the plasma and of this cosmic radiation. The clouds play a much larger role in weather. The guides say that the more unnatural food and water consumed, you will find this will increase a sense of internal disharmony and vibrational chaos within your body. So pay close attention to what your body is willing to consume and what it is no longer able to consume and metabolize. This is a very important message for the humans populating the planet now. The quality of the food plays a much larger role in well-being than you've ever imagined. And we are discovering this when we get into the microbiomes in the gut, in the brain. Food is medicine is the theme here. What are you taking as your medicine? The closer to the land the food was grown, the more copacetic the frequency running through your system. And it is increasingly important to weather the vibrational storms and frequency changes, as it were. This is affecting everyone, regardless of their consciousness. The unconscious will find more challenges in their health systems on top of all of the toxins that have been fed through all elements in their lives. Those of growing consciousness will become much more aware and deliberate in the water, the structure of the water, and those healthy and live foods that will strengthen your biological systems in order to more easily maneuver through these great ongoing changes ahead. And they're specifically pointing out legumes or legumes, whichever both their pronunciation is correct. They're saying that legumes are very helpful now. All of the healthy fats they contain help coat and strengthen the nervous system, and that also assists in telomere health. Telomere are the coatings on the chromosomes that are tied into the DNA sequencing. So very important this, as DNA sequencing is changing and being disrupted and also being turned on and charged, taking care, just like the sheath at the end of the nerves, each nerves. That's why the healthy fats and all of that are helpful to be able to hold and handle more charge in your battery system, because we're batteries. These are very, very helpful. And I instinctively started including hummus in my diet about 1.5 years ago. I mean, I was craving hummus. The body knows what it needs when you listen. And that, of course, is chickpeas. So lentils, peas, lima beans, soybeans, and peanuts, to name a few. The guides are saying can be very helpful for the managing of the telomere health, which I will probably, that's a whole other subject that they're bringing down. They're bringing a lot of technical biological information as we're maneuvering through these times. And in addition, they say frequency healing will grow in development and application as a necessary health tool to help stabilize and metabolize. Bathing plays a large role. Showers, even rubbing water on your skin, on the arms, on your hands, that helps to conduct the charge and ground it. So very interesting. I hope you find this helpful and useful to you. I also just want to remind you, we're also working every month, me and my guides, with the ancestral information as well as past lives, as we are learning and opening to our wider self. The ancestral sessions are helpful because we're often getting your ancestor coming in with origin stories and what you designed to be a propulsion system of challenge that grows in mastery and your own evolution, because this is the planet of contrast. And also the past lives are about origin stories. I just had a client last week who's always been very fearful of being raped. She was never raped in this lifetime. Also very protective of children. I did not know this when the guides in a session, a private session I was doing, brought in a past life that directly tuned into this. She found it extremely helpful, healing. And she said, this is information I can now help to stabilize and actually even metabolize. So I want you to be aware that I'm bringing these services online in a monthly session. It's fascinating. It's very supportive, confidential. So I wanted to make you aware of that. Much love, everybody. Take good care. Eat well, rest well. Bye-bye.